It's hard to believe that a few years ago this was voted as the worst seaside resort in the UK. I'm in Essex today to visit Clacton On Sea. On a day like today, even in the winter, it's beautiful. Look at this, this is absolutely amazing.
Come on now, come on, won't you come with me? Time to let it go and be free. Won't you come and breathe the open skies? Come now, come listen to the melody. Slow it down, put yourself at ease. Time to live it live.
Well, I might as well sit in this massive deck chair, even though it's February. So it's a cold, crisp, sunny day here in Essex, and basically, if I walk in that direction, obviously I'm going to get the glare of the sun, so I'm going to do my best to try and stay out of that. Also, of course, we'll go and check out the town too. Now, you'll notice from my video in the summer, these gardens look absolutely magnificent in the summer with all the flowers. They stretch all the way along the seafront. But there's obviously not much colour in the winter. Any keen gardeners would know you don't get roses this time of year. But in the summer, this place looks really good. There's an olive tree there. They had two big wheels, one up over there and one by the pier, which I think is going to be permanent as well. And there were two different prices. One was more expensive than the other. And I believe it was the one on the pier that was more expensive. But this is quite a nice little place to come. This is called the Terrace. And it's a great place to come just to take in the view of Clacton. I mean, look at the beach today. That looks absolutely beautiful. And actually a great place to get a photo up here too. And there's somewhere there to get normally a cup of tea or a coffee. So what is different about Clacton compared to most seaside resorts is that you normally get the amusements lining the seafront, where in Clacton you get them going up the opposite direction of the seafront. We'll go and take a look up there in just a moment. First though, we'll have a walk around Pavilion Park, which also has a little water park too for the kids in the summer. It's so odd just seeing the big wheel without any capsules on it. Obviously they take that down for winter maintenance. So we'll head to the pier in just a moment. First though, we're just going to have a walk around the pavilion. It's always eerie walking around these little parks in the winter because it's just so quiet, and when all the rides get taken down. The great Wetherspoons over there. So the bowling is still open. This is pretty cool in here. I love these little lampshades that hang down from the ceiling. And what's unique about this bowling alley is you get some really nice leather sofas, but there's not many bowling alleys where you get chandeliers. Look at that hanging down from the ceiling. It's a very classy place. I'll still get the bowl, no doubt, down the side. So this is the Pavilion Bowl restaurant. This looks nice. Very posh. Advertising Mother's Day at the moment. We would have thought actually they'd be advertising Valentine's Day soon. Look at that, they've got a piano. Very sophisticated. What's really nice is actually get some really lovely views over the sea. Love these trees though. They look so cool. Go out this way as well. This is normally a nice place to come in the summer and sit out here, but mind you, even in the winter, a little bit of a sun trap here. Now on the other side of the pier you've got Martello Bay, but which is also my favourite beach. We'll go and check that out in just a little bit, but I do like the fact that Clacton has these little bays that have been put in years ago, obviously to protect the shoreline here. And I've just noticed this year they're building an upside down house. If you've never been in one of these before, I've got a video on my channel actually. It's basically like a house that's upside down, and it's the Instagram generation that love taking photos. They do look weird, especially when they're being built. It must be very confusing for the people building them, obviously, because everything's got to be upside down. It must be so confusing and disorientating when you're working in there. You can see they're working on that now. So we're just going to walk up into the town briefly. God, that is what you call a classic car. Is that just for show, or has someone actually parked it outside there? So yeah, as I was saying, you know, a lot of seaside resorts, you get the amusements lining the seafront, but in Clacton, they're kind of all centralised down the road that's opposite the pier. So you get a lot of hotels and B&Bs just behind the seafront. So the main town of Clacton is just in front of me, and also down that way as well. The Prince's Theatre's up there. But we'll walk this way down towards the pier and past the amusements. And again, you'll find these open pretty much 365 days a year. But I'm here during the week, so it is very quiet. Had a good few nights out in Tom Pepper's in the past. And the Loft nightclub just up there. Gets very busy in the summer. So coming back onto the seafront now, along Marine Parade West, in that direction, the seafront gardens stretch along the seafront. We've got some classic photos of Clacton here, look, from old postcards and paintings and pictures. The only thing that spoils the view when you come down to Clacton Pier are always the work vans, always outside of the pier itself. So So in the summer, a lot of performers normally are here, so people can hear them on the beach. Look at that today, absolutely beautiful. The pier has had massive investment, and it's something for people in Clacton to be very proud of. There's so much inside here as well to do. There's like a crazy golf in here, there's amusements. See, there's not many piers that actually have dodgems inside. This is such a great space up here. Get amazing views over the beach, look at that. I never knew they had an aquarium inside Clacton Pier. And bearing in mind it's February, it's nice to see the pier actually open. Obviously, I don't think anything's open outside here. The last time I was here was in summer, and it was ridiculously busy. Can we actually have a walk down to the end of the pier? Let's have a look. It is nice to keep piers open for people to have a walk around, even though everything else is shut. It's just nice to have a walk. I think we've got the pier to ourselves today. Really quiet. And I might as well sit in this massive deck chair, even though it's February. I can still have a little bit of a sunbathe. And normally, actually, you can't get and sit on here because everyone wants a photo. See, there's always a queue to sit on here and get a photo. It's quite nice today. Nobody about, it's just me. Of course, it's really eerie, the wind just coming through the railings. I'll tell you what, it's not very often you can walk on Clacton Pier and not see anybody else. And the forecast today said it was going to be very stormy in Essex, but the weather has turned out really nice, and in fact the sea is really calm, which is perfect for a walk on the pier. You can see the old lifeboat station just there. So let me know in the comments if you know what the future is for the old Jolly Roger. You can see there for 2020 it was supposed to be Evil of the Sea, but because of COVID that kind of didn't happen. And it always goes very quiet this end of the pier, but there's a massive restaurant right on the end. I think the reason why they keep the pier open is for the guys doing the fishing, which I believe you have to have a permit or you get a ticket to be authorised to go down there. Just through this gate. Look at this though. That is such a retro restaurant. It's got a real 60s vibe to it. I say this every time, they remind me of bus stops. Obviously shelter for the fishermen. It actually makes you think you're on a boat standing here. I could do my Titanic thing. It's like a big mast. It's very similar to Southend Pier, where you've got like a bell on the end of it. There's no bell here though, but you do have a random sign that somebody's written, "No urine, please." You can probably see all the way to Walton on the Naze today. It's very clear. And in the distance you can see that Martello Tower, and just to the right of the Martello Tower is where the old Butlins used to be, and that is Martello Bay. Has such a beautiful beach. It's definitely worth taking a trek from the pier up to there, because it's in the summer it's got one of the best beaches in Essex. It says here that the wheel's returning this month actually, so we should see that on the pier soon. If you look hard enough, you'll still see bits of the old Clacton Pier just over there. Look. It's almost eerie that the music's playing when no one's around. Kind of is a little bit unsettling, like a horror movie or something, when there's been a disaster and you can still hear the music playing. And there's more bowling here as well on the pier. Love the American Diner retro seats. Look at that, that's pretty cool. The beach today is absolutely gorgeous. Now there's one thing I've noticed since I was last here in the summer, other than the shopping trolley on the beach, is that they used to have these little yucca plants that obviously look like little palm trees on the beach. They've taken them away because they were looking very sorry for themselves, and I used to say this, that I can't believe they still get them on the beach, but yeah, they've been taken away. Let me know in the comments if you think it's sad that they've disappeared. And this is something you don't see very often on a beach. Look, beach toy library for the kids, where they put toys in there or books in the summer. Obviously I don't know whether people actually steal them or they put them back, but I think it's quite a good idea where you can recycle your beach toys. And again, I have to go underneath Clacton Pier when I do come here, because it just feels so cool to walk under here, and especially as the sun is setting right now, and it perfectly illuminates underneath the pier. And it always feels so weird to be walking towards the sea, because you can't really see the water and you can't even see the waves coming. So obviously just be a little bit careful as you're coming underneath here. But if you capture it on this time of day, it is so pretty. The water does not look inviting though. But listen to that sound. Look at this. This is absolutely amazing. Yeah, on low tide, definitely have a walk through, and if you can at sunset, even better. Well, that was my brief tour of Clacton in the winter. If you liked it, please make sure you give the video a thumbs up, hit subscribe and click the notification bell so you know when I upload videos. And if you would like to see Clacton in the summer, click here.